Making Tax Digital has almost been like the first chapter in going digital for many accountants. Cloud computing has now become a certainty and a necessity, and actually will give them some opportunities in terms of the advice they give to their customers.
Making Tax Digital has been the big story of the past few years. Every time the government announces a new milestone or a new deadline, there's a sudden surge in interest. People get very anxious about it. They want to know what they need to do. And what we had last year was, amongst all of the confusion around COVID-19 and the furlough scheme, they also announced an acceleration of MTD directly driven by the COVID-19 response. If MTD had been on schedule, they would have had some of that data and they'd have been able to administer grants much more easily.
The government initiative of making tax digital, and who would have thought a government initiative would actually start a renaissance and the next phase of development for accountancy software providers. That's leading into all sorts of different directions now in terms of what can be done with the data.
Making Tax Digital was a huge thing. It did affect us, but we've been quite forward in trying to provide solutions to our clients. So there's lots of cloud-based software, there's lots of good desktop-based software. For a good few years pre-Making Tax Digital coming into effect, we were already trying to help clients with these solutions because there are so many benefits to them. When Making Tax Digital actually came into effect and became compulsory, the only real impact that had for us was those last few clients that were quite reluctant to change. It was now not a recommendation from us or a choice thing. It was the government actually saying, you've got to do this now.
It's not just that having to file through a proper digital portal. It's the way the data gets into that digital portal in the first place. So we have entirely different conversations with our clients now. It's not just about getting them set up on Xero and having a bank feed in place. It's also looking at the data flows from things like their underlying sales channels. How is their data getting from their website into Xero? How's it getting from their point of sale system into Xero? To try and make sure that we've got a proper digital flow, which is one of the requirements under Making Tax Digital. So it's been quite significant. I think it would be really interesting over the next 2 years till we get to April 2023, when that requirement is also going to be there for landlords. It would be quite a big change for many of our small landlords and sole traders, and also for those who have to pay corporation tax but don't currently fall under the VAT rules to Making Tax Digital. So I think we're going to see increasing speed of change over the next 2 years.
I've spoken to a lot of clients recently who are in the headspace that saying, great news everyone, we do cloud accounting is no longer really a selling point, that's a given. And I think what a lot of accountancy firms found was that maybe a few years ago people were reluctant, they didn't understand why it applied to them, they weren't very interested. And the fact that suddenly it became a compliance issue, it's actually given a lot of accountants, the smart accountants, space to say, right, well, maybe we do something more meaningful than just helping people get their tax return in or their accounts done. Maybe we're here to actually be those business advisors that they need.